my sister, I told her, I said, the National Guard's in Illinois. And then she said, yes, well, here we go. And I said, they're just there to set up tents, though. Trust your government. They're trustworthy, aren't they? Never anything shady there. And she said, there's a bridge for sale in Brooklyn. And I said, the Eiffel Tower's for sale, too. There's a bridge for sale in Brooklyn.
Yes.
Brandy Harless was on a conference call with Vice President Pence, and Pence said that he would like all cities to understand the 3 tiers that we're doing this with now, which is it's going to be locally managed, state operated, and federally supported, was the exact words. That's the conservative way of dealing with it. What healthcare triage said was, if we would have operated this like China, Japan, or South Korea, we would not have this problem. It would be done. It'd be done. It would have already been over. Because we would have seen it in January, the whole country would have been locked down, everybody would have been tested, and then the middle of March would have came around and done.
Yeah, we would be back to, we would have been back to normal by now.
Which we still could be in the same amount of time. They started doing it in the middle of January through the middle of March. We're going to see more death, more infection, whatever. We're starting to take action in the middle of March, the beginning of March, so it can be expected that things...
Well, hello. My. Okay, y'all gonna have to give me just a second here. I gotta turn this fan up. I am burning up, y'all. So sorry if you hear a little bit of background noise from the fan. Hoo-wee. Okay. Well, how is everyone? I sure hope you're doing well. It certainly is turning into a ride, isn't it? Over this past week and a half, 2 weeks or so. But, so daunting. Music's so daunting. I'm going to back that off. I'm not too, that's so ominous. And yes, that is smoke that you see. I promise everything's fine. So I just got out of a live or watching a live with a very inspirational woman. I tell you, I'm probably going to add a card at the end of this after I get this uploaded. Sending a link to her channel because I'm just gonna kudos to her. She is really awesome. Okay, so and I don't mean to be blowing you all out. I'm trying to compensate for this fan back here, so but anyways, it's Heart of Inspiration, I think. That sounds right. Her name's Lisa, I think. Gosh, I'm terrible at this. Anyways, I just came from that, and I feel like that's going to kind of set my mood. So thank you for that and allowing me to be a part of your live as a partaker and ingesting what you had to put out. So that was wonderful. Something that we talked about, we had for me, it was a very moving spiritual experience, and some biblical scripture came up, and I'm like her. I don't want you to think that I'm stuck on Jesus or I'm stuck on Christianity. For myself, that's where I was brought up, but I affirm outside of those realities as well. But the scripture that came up today was talking about what I want to get into is hope, okay? And I'm just going to try to use the verses that was briefly talked about in that live stream, and then I'm going to move into my archangel cards, and I believe that our archangel cards are going to tie to this in some way or another. I'm sure of it, but we'll do that collective archangel reading because we need just a little bit of anything to get us through right now. I do apologize if the stream kind of gets a little choppy, but we'll make it through. I'm doing the best that I can with what I got. So the scripture was Romans chapter 8, starting in verse 22. It says, "We know that the whole creation has been groaning in labor pains until now. And not only the creation, but we ourselves, who have the first fruits of the Spirit, groan inwardly while we wait for adoption, the redemption of our bodies. For in hope we are saved." Now hope is that. Now hope that is seen is not hope. For who hopes for what is seen? But if we hope for what we do not see, we wait for it with patience. So, in this time of some really deep spiritual reflection, she really got into some stuff with the astrological signs and so on, and it really grabbed my attention and confirmed almost exactly what I've been saying about this time right now, which is we're in a time and space within ourselves that we need to really be honing in on ourselves. There's going to come there's going to be a time where people like me, as an intuitive reader and a spiritual guide and advisor, we're going to be sought out. That's kind of what's being foretold in the astrology. And so the message from that is that we need to get back to our foundations. Okay? So we're going to get into some archangel. And I already had one just want to pop out like that. So we're just gonna leave that line dog lay, and we'll get into some archangel here. Welcome to the space. It's a very limited space, but it's my space. And I bet you don't have a space like it, because it's my space. Oh, and before we get into this, even, I guess we need to actually let that start. It takes it just a minute to get a cherry on it, so So I hope all are doing well. I was really, like I said, I was really inspired by her everything, really. But I still want to get into this Archangel message and that thought and idea of hope that things are going to improve, hope that things are going to move forward and get better, and actually not even as much that, but hope of that we are the hope. We can be our own hope in that we could be the ones that propels the positive forces. I'll get it out here in a second. In this world to move forward. Okay, so we're gonna. I think that's gonna be good right about there. Okay. Now, I know you all can't really see these cards, but I'm going to go ahead and turn them towards you anyways. I feel it's important to do so. So, yeah. We have creative writing. What are your thoughts? What are your ideas? What's going through your mind right now that is really making you super sensitive, super aware, or freaking you out? I mean, y'all, this is a really scary time. But fear can really be manipulative. And so how do we control that? How do we move away from that? Creative writing is a good tool for that. So the archangel for this card is Gabrielle. And Gabrielle says, make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. So what are those thoughts? What is your inspiration right now? What's the one thing that's keeping you going? Is it something that you can feel confident in sharing? Or maybe it's something that's personal. Maybe it's something that moves you a little bit forward from this time and place right now. But the next card is claircognizance. And this is from Archangel Uriel. And they're saying, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you, as they are answered prayers. So, what have your prayers been? Are you really concerned about the things that are going on right now? I know that personally, I am a little worried. But at the same time, I feel as though maybe everything's just going to be okay. That doesn't mean that I keep from being mindful of the situation. But those thoughts, and maybe even sometimes, maybe I should just take a moment and just step back. Write those thoughts down. I mean, after all, there is no other way to truly move forward in our thought without it. And I'm sorry about the music, you all. I got a couple of bad files, it seems as though. So, creative writing, claircognizance, our thoughts, ideas. Sometimes the most purest form of ourself are in our thoughts. And sometimes, quite frankly, it's the only form of ourself. And with that I say, peace. So, there is a lot going on in this world. And there is a lot going on spiritually. Whoopsies. And outer worldly. And quite frankly, we just got to do the best that we can, don't we? I mean, I'm here, and I'm doing fine. But what about my neighbor? As I enter into this segment of being open and available to take readings, I want to make known that though earning money for me is nice, given the present situation, there is no way that I could ask for money. Not in any right mind. So, therefore, anything on the menu that has a dollar price, That's a suggested tip or donation. And even then, I'm not much one to charge. But to keep from having a lag time, I would like to be able to do our readings through Facebook Messenger call. I haven't quite gotten to the point of giving out my personal number yet to do this. So we are going to hold off on that part. But if you want to do this through Facebook call, I would ask that you message first. And then I will let you know when you can call. If you have not, I would ask that you would please like and subscribe to my YouTube account. I would also ask for you to like my Facebook page. Both of those are under Guide of the Light. And also, if you have Twitter, Guide of the Light on Twitter as well. I have a Patreon account. Some of the stuff on there may be changing up soon. I'm not sure. If you would like to have a private reading, I have a way that you can set up scheduling for that on Facebook. I also have a website that you can go to get that scheduled as well. The website is guideofthelight.wixsite.com/home. And then you can navigate from there for getting those readings booked. So, if you are wanting a reading, I will be more than happy to do that. I am Seamus. I am an intuitive reader and a spiritual guide and healer and advisor, excuse me. And I am here for you. Love and light. Hello there, heart of inspiration. I'm wanting to think that Lisa was your name, but I'm not 100% certain on that. Well, I sure do. Thank you for coming and checking me out. I hope you got to catch my Archangel message there. And I got to say, I just totally, really enjoyed your session tonight. And I was over here having church. I don't know if you could tell or not, but I was all up in some church. There's just a lot of energy. I mean, things have been kind of moving energy wise, I would say, over the past month for me anyways. But then this thing hits out of nowhere with people getting sick and all this. And even though really right now there's not all that many people sick here in the States, but I tell you, I hadn't been in doing this for about a year or so, and I was just like, one day I was like, I'm gonna get my cards back out. I'm gonna give them a shuffle and go into one of my practice rooms and I'm gonna just do some readings and just kind of refresh. I don't know exactly how everything's gonna go. Well, refreshing turned into me feeling led to do something like this. So, hey, Spirit likes to work how Spirit worked. That's all I know to say, right? So if there is anyone watching right now that would like to have a reading done, I will be more than happy to do that. I am not charging, though, a donation or tip is suggested. I do have a list menu of layouts and readings. Of course, some take a little bit longer than others. But I have a special reading that I do with the deck. I then also have the Archangel cards that I kind of throw in once in a while. 3-card past, present, future readings. 7-card extended past, present, future readings. Celtic Cross reading. And so on. Oh, Lisa, there was a time and point that I wish that I would have had somebody like me or you or whatever to be able to go to and say, I just don't know what's happening, what's going on. I need help me, please, to understand, because everything that I do and every prayer that I pray to ask for understanding. And so eventually understanding came, but I'm not trying to say that I'm a right now person, and that's just human nature, and I have a hard time letting that go. But at the same time, these were some pretty tough issues for myself. And so I just felt a drive, and I decided, hey, might as well try it. Might as well get back in it and see if we can't help some people and so on. And so that's what it is. I'm also a Reiki master as well. So in the Facebook, on the Facebook page and on the website, you'll see an option or two for that as available. I should have just reached over that. Ta-da! It was a lot easier there, wasn't it, Stiofan? Mm-hmm. Okay. Fine. That's how you want to play. So I'm just going to pull out a couple of cards here, and we're just going to kind of chill and talk and hang out and see if maybe something calls out to us, then we're going to do it. What one is that one? So, Lisa, girl, I don't know about you. Okay, so I have this spread that I use, and it's actually something that I kind of came up with myself. I thought it was a pretty cool idea. I don't know. I might be kind of, flubbing it up, but I thought it was a pretty cool idea. Anyways, whenever I go and I'm dealing out cards here lately, I've been pulling up 21, the world, a lot. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like this is kind of like a hint to a little bit of what we were talking about earlier today, in that the mastery of things, the mastery of spiritual things are coming together. That there's going to end up being a very good sense of like joy around things. It's just like, I don't know, it just keeps coming up whenever I do the tarot cards. It's like every other reading. Yeah, good. I'm glad that you're that you're getting that too. And that's why I brought up in your live. That's why I brought up the Archangel cards that I did too, because those have been coming up for me very very frequently. Let's see. Was that? Yep, that was one of them right there. And nope, it's a blue one. See, it's come up so much that I remember what color it is. You see? There it is. But the remember who you are from Michael. That you were a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. And then Hanael talking about the sensitivity, which I actually quoted, but this stuff, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I went to my local mystic shop yesterday, and I talked to the shop owner, and I said, are you getting these repetitive cards? Like, have the archangels been really odd here lately? And she goes, well, the archangels are always odd. And I'm like, well, okay, yeah, but more odd than usual. And she asked me how so, and I said, I keep getting, like all last week, I got remember who you are. And now I keep getting sensitivity. And it's like, where are we here? And she said, yeah, no, I'm actually getting remember who you are very frequently here lately as well. And she said, actually this morning, whenever I did the Archangel meditation this morning, she said, I also got remember who you are. And I'm just like, man, this stuff just blows my mind, you know. And it doesn't blow it in a bad way. I mean, you know, I don't want people to think that I'm like, I don't believe, because I believe. I mean, obviously, or I wouldn't be here, sitting here right now, talking to you and whoever else. But I mean, these reaffirming messages from one empath to another empath, and from one reader to another reader. I mean, it's just very overwhelming. And you know, folks, this is a time that we we got to remember that sometimes not everything are as they seem, but just because things aren't as they seem doesn't mean that they are bad. It doesn't mean that there's negative around it. Now, mind you, I'm with Lisa on this. There is a lot of negativity out there right now. I believe there will always be some kind of heightened sense of negativity. But we're in a very forward-moving situation. And so, and that was all that I needed them out here for, because that brought up something. Haha. You all thought you were going to trick me, wouldn't you? But this is a very... It's a very good time to take time for reflection. And we're not talking about just any regular reflection. Because, you know, we can reflect any day and any time in any given circumstance. And it can lead us to a point of being, well, I wish I would have thought about it that way. But this is more of a, what am I being called to do? What is my purpose now? Because purpose now, purpose-driven situations right now is what's going to be the forefront of mysticism and spirituality over the coming months. I'm saying months. It could draw out further, but I'm saying months. I believe we're seeing a shift again. We had a shift about, in my opinion, we had a shift about 3 years ago, and then we had a shift about 2 years before that. But now we're getting into another shift. Ideologies are going to be changing. Okay, so maybe nothing to do within the realm of empaths and spiritual guides and so on, but ideologies are going to be challenged, but confirmed. Okay, hear me when I say this. Ideologies are going to be challenged, but confirmed. So what does this mean? This means that what people thought that they knew once before is going to be things that people didn't know that they did know when they didn't know it. Okay? If that's clear as mud, perfect. So, I'm just putting that out there, and I had to speak my piece because Miss Lisa over here done got me all kinds of fired up. And let me tell you, don't you be rolling on the floor laughing at me, girl. No. I can't help. Okay, I'm gonna be good. It just is something. I can't. That peace and that love that passeth all understanding is just like it's right there, and I know it and I can feel it, and that judgment's going to come in, but it ain't time for the judgment. Okay, we're not talking about being sitting here and none of that stuff. No, okay, hang on. I gotta get my thoughts. Lisa's over here got me all kinds of there's a lot of introspection. I could go off of that verse all night talking about hope. As there's hope. People may not see it right now, but there's hope. This is kind of one of those times that deep contemplation. Y'all have caught me on a night of deep contemplation. But I enjoy it. And I enjoy spending time with people. And all of you out there. Oh, yeah, that song, huh? That's going to come up. Ignore the big jug. I ain't advertising. So, from right here in West Kentucky, I am live. Lisa, girl, you need to get me some people in here or something. What happened? Online, but it says I only got 3 of 4. Well, oh well. That song can get on my nerves. I know it's got to be getting on y'all's. Not that it's a bad thing, but Lisa's over here rolling on the floor, yes, amen, and everything, and I'm sorry, I'm taking a minute to reflect. The term "do not be afraid" just came to me. So there's somebody and I don't know if it's somebody watching on Facebook right now or if they're watching on Periscope, or Twitch, or heck, Lisa, it might be you, but I doubt it is. But there is somebody, or heck, it might even be somebody that will watch the replay later. But somebody needs to hear the message. Do not be afraid. You are in a moment in time in which that there is quite literally zero pressure. All of this hype that you built up about the situation no longer has control. Your fear at one time was relevant. But now it has no place. You need to find a place to put that fear. Because all that that's going to do is drive you to a point of misunderstanding. And you personally, this individual, personally cannot afford for a misunderstanding in this moment. Let go of the fear. Give cause to the situation. And notice to the elements that surround it. That you are moving forward. I want you to feel that. And I want you to take it. This individual knows who they are. don't let the fear drive the situation. Because that's just going to cause more problems. So if you are watching, or if you're not watching right now, but you're watching like in the future right now, if you're watching the replay, that's better. I would ask for you to please like and subscribe to the channel. I also am on Twitter at Guide of the LIGH1 for some reason. Don't ask me. And then, because that's not how I put it in there, and I know it's not. And then on Facebook, also at Guide of the Light. That is Guide of the Light. See, where else? Oh, I got a page on Etsy that's set up for ordering private readings. You can go on Facebook to schedule a private reading. You can go to my website to schedule a private reading. Any and all avenues, any and all of the above are okay with me. So, let's see what kind of mischief we got. Because I know we got some out there. Also, if you would like to donate or tip, there are links in the description down below. One's to PayPal, the other one is to Stream Elements. The Stream Elements link is a tipping link, but if you want to bypass that and go straight to the PayPal account, you can do that. That would be fine with me. Okie dokie, Smokey. Lisa, are you still with me? Well, I don't know if Lisa's still with us or not. I don't know if anybody's with us, but I'm going to title page and menu up here again. And we're just going to wait around patiently. Oh, okay. And so that's why I didn't see you. Well, okay, Miss Lisa. You take care and sleep well, and light and love to you, friend. Spread the word. Spread the word. So, I've had a little bit of issue. It's don't know what I can do about it on my end. But I have I believe I've done the damage that I can do tonight. So, without any further ado, we are going to give a proper good night. So, from my house to yours, and any crossings in between, may there be peace among us. From now until eternity. We thank the spirits for their messages today, and ask them for their safe passage as we go along our way. So for now and for tonight, may you all be blessed and filled. with not only the physical food of this life, but the spiritual oneness with the divine. Amen.